Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Bonjour, Osio, Assalamu Alaikum. This is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping new content. Leave a comment and interact with me. Thank you, I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's jump into another one, fam. Black's Law Dictionary coming back at your dome piece with the definitions. Let's get into it. I got a few bangers for you this time. A few of these I went over before, but I want to link it to something else. All right, hopefully you can follow. All right, starting off with blood, kindred, consanguinity, family relationships, relation by descent from a common ancestor. All right, and it says one person is of the blood of another when they are related by lineage, by lineal descent or collateral kinship. Collateral kinship could be considered like tribalism, being in tribes, different clans organizing together. All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right, next we continue on here with blood now. Hopefully you get the drift. Let's see half-blood. These are repeats. I made videos on this maybe a couple years back. We're gonna hit it again though. What's half-blood? A term denoting the degree of relationship which exists between those who have the same father or the same mother, but not both parents. All right, that would be half-blood. Mixed blood. A person is of mixed blood who is descended from ancestors of different races or nationalities. But this is the important part, particularly in the United States, the term denotes a person, one of whose parents or more remote ancestors was a Negro. See, that's like the main thing. It says particularly in the United States. All right, so let's see. Whole blood, kinship by descent from the same father and mother, as distinguished from half-blood, which is the relationship of those who have one parent in common, but not both. All right. What's a blood feud? You might have heard about this. Historically, the old school blood feud was in the United States. I believe it was like the Hatfields and McCoys, old school blood feuds, stuff like that. All right, let's see. Avenging the slaughter of kin on the person who slaughtered him or on his belongings. Okay, whether the Teutonic or the Anglo-Saxon law had a legal right of blood feud has been disputed. But in Alfred's day, I believe it's King Alfred, in Alfred's day, it was unlawful to begin a feud until an attempt had been made to exact the price of life. All right. So pretty much blood feuds are, trying to get back a life for a life, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You know what I'm saying? Code of Hammurabi. Let's see what this is. Blood money. What's blood money? A wergild or a pecuniary mullock made by a slayer to the relatives of his victims. Also used in a popular sense as descriptive of the money paid by way of reward for the apprehension and conviction of a person charged with a capital crime. All right, so I really want to focus on like the second part here. Pretty much a reward for turning in, for the apprehension and conviction of a person charged with a capital crime. That can be considered blood money if you ever take reward money for turning somebody in and then they are punished. All right, let's keep moving along here. I want to stop on this real quick. Let's check it out. Case law. Check it out. The aggregates of reported cases as forming a body of jurisprudence or the law of a particular subject as evidence informed by the adjudged cases in distinction to statutes and other sources of law. All right, so pretty much case law, studying case law is checking the historical reference of other cases similar to it, or basically the same or very close to it. You see evidence, and then it says like distinct to statutes and other sources of law. So you pretty much just want to get something to as close to it as possible to establish jurisprudence, which means a similar case was ruled upon favorably to support your side. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, case system, the two go hand in hand. So pretty much this was developed in order to, do this. A method of teaching and studying the science of law by the study of the cases historically or by the inductive method. It was introduced in the law school of Harvard University in 1869 to the 70s by Christopher C. Langdale, Dean and Professor of Law. All right, so this really hasn't been around all that long. All right, cash. Before we move along here, let's see what it says about cash. Money or its equivalent. All right, I want you to pay attention to this. Usually ready money. All right, so for the most part, ready money. Now, when you know anything about law, money is gold and silver. Honestly, gold and silver. Tell the truth. But it says like money in hand, either in current coin or legal tender. See, that's when you start getting away from money. See, the money in hand, either in current coin or other legal tender. Hopefully that makes sense. Or in bank bills, all right, negotiable instruments, or checks paid and received as money, all right? All these are negotiable instruments here. Legal tender, bank bills, checks. Those are all legal tenders, and those will all be considered as monies. But money, honestly, is only gold and silver. All right, continue along here. I want to check out this. This was interesting right here. All right, look at the legal definition of Caucasian. Let's check it out. Let's read along and let's learn. All right, so Caucasian, pertaining to the white race, to which belong the greater part of European nations and those of Western Asia. All right, so we're talking about Eurasia here. But let's check out this part. It's the second part to it. The term is inapplicable to denote families or stocks inhabiting Europe and speaking either the so-called Aryan or Semitic languages. It says inapplicable, which means it cannot be applied. It cannot be applied to denote families or stock. All right, that's lineage of anyone speaking, look, so-called Aryan. So if you know the true history, I'm not just talking the blonde hair, blue-eyed Adolf Hitler Aryan. I'm talking about the original. So most of the or a lot of the things that Hitler was tapping into when the Third Reich was running Germany at the time, it was a lot of ancient technology along with advanced technologies. All right, so he actually had scientists out in the field studying ancient temples, ancient signets, ancient structures, ancient literatures. So he actually went around collecting like art. So many pieces of art were stolen. Many artifacts were stolen. There's legend that he actually possessed at one point in time the Spear of Destiny. If you don't know what the Spear of Destiny is, you might want to look into it. But the legend of the Spear of Destiny is anyone who controls and wields and obtains the Spear of Destiny has the power to rule the world. You pretty much have the ability to rule the world in your hand if you have the Spear of Destiny. But it allegedly went missing after World War II. Isn't that something? But I just want you to let you know, the original Aryans were melanated individuals, the real Aryans. And of course, anyone who speaks the Semitic languages, you already know who that is, the original peoples. All right. That was very interesting though. All right, before we finish out, I want to hit these. Red. Let's see exactly what it say about red. A color, of course. But then it says a communist. All right, that's back in the day. Cold War days. A commie. They called them a red. A radical. The term contemplates a follower of the red flag. Always this red flag thing. Why are they so fearful of the red flags, fam? Why are they so fearful of the red flags of the cherry trees? Because they know what it means. The red, all right. Followers of the red flag of the Russian Revolution. A name of, look, opprobrium, sometimes given to those with the liberal political outlook, especially to those advocating social, political, or economic reform, especially those who are advocating for social, political, and economic reform. What is all this, fam? What are we trying to do here? Raise fallen humanity? Change the condition of the humans on this planet? Come on. Red flag. We're going to read it now next. The recognized symbol. Look, the recognized standard or symbol of an extreme revolutionary party or of those who seek social as well as political revolution and anarchy. We forget this anarchy part. They always try to throw some lawless type stuff in there, but this main part, seeking social and political revolution, fam, as the red flag of the commune. It's not just the freaking communists, but we know that anyone who stands behind this red flag represents the Moors, the lineage of the Moors, of the indigenous people of this planet. All right, but I really wanted to just jump into that one. That was this episode of Black's Law Dictionary. Like, share, subscribe. This is your brother Zach Bay. Peace.